Me, Tejaswini, Anjali and Aditya are going to aware you all about the wildlife conservation. So let's start.
What is happiness? Can we find it in a new pair of shoes, a fast car, or a bigger house? Or does real happiness lie somewhere else? Hundreds of studies have proved that spending time in nature can make us feel better both in mind and body in a way that nothing else can. We wanted to find out whether simply watching footage of the natural world could have the same effect. Last year, we partnered with Professor Daka Keltner, an expert in human psychology and emotion at the University of California, Berkeley. For this project, he has reviewed over 150 scientific studies that explore the positive effect of nature on humans. We also asked over 7,500 people in 6 countries to tell us how they were feeling before and after watching Planet Earth 2 clips. This data showed significant increases in joy, contentment, curiosity, awe, amazement, and wonder, and clear reductions in tiredness and low energy. It even reduced stress, especially among younger viewers. These findings revealed that wildlife programs can cause viewers to experience positive emotions.
My study of human happiness has revealed that these emotions, amazement, wonder, and awe, are the foundations of a powerful form of real human happiness. Real happiness is a deeper, less transient form of happiness that can positively affect our health and well-being.
So by simply watching incredible footage of our natural world, you too can experience these uplifting emotions, helping you to be more connected with this amazing place we call home.
So, we celebrate the World Wildlife Day on a 3rd March every year with the theme Recovering Key Species for Ecosystem Restoration with the aim of conserving the wildlife.
Forests are our home. We share it with the most diverse and beautiful plants and animals. There are millions of us around the world calling forests home. Forests and forest species provide for us. They give us everything we need, from food to fresh water and medicines. For thousands of years, forests have cared for us, and we have learned to care for them too. Join us in caring for our homes and all the communities who rely on them. This World Wildlife Day, let us celebrate forests, forest species, and the countless human livelihoods they sustain.
So, we have many importance for the wildlife. The one and major one is ecological importance. So, ecological importance means wildlife also manage the nature with the wildlife, and economic importance means we can even earn the money by the help of wildlife. Then conservation of biological diversities to sustain the components needs for the future and the present needs. Then culture importance. Wildlife also secure the cultural backbone of many religions. Importance in agriculture. As we know that cattle are also used in agriculture, which are also a form of a wildlife. So the importance of a wildlife, have a video on this.
Large areas of our planet's wild jungles still remain, full of extraordinary wildlife. We can ensure their future and increase them, whilst still having land to provide all the food our growing human population needs. But only once we accept that jungles are too precious to continue chopping them down. Jungles are essential for our planet to function. They regulate global weather. The clouds they create reflect the sun's heat, helping to cool the planet. They generate vast amounts of water, which is carried on air currents around the globe. And their ability to remove carbon from the atmosphere makes them an essential natural ally in the fight against climate change. Jungles also give us extraordinary foods, unique hardwoods, countless medicines. All of this is due to one thing: their bewildering diversity of life. Jungles are home to over half of all the species that live on land. Each patch of jungle hosts an extraordinary variety of plants and animals. This valley holds a different combination to the next, and the next. There are countless unique micro-worlds. Each of these micro-worlds is connected to its neighbours, all continuously interacting to keep the entire jungle working. So every time we clear a patch of jungle, we risk losing something forever. A strand of the intricate web of life is gone. Each patch we lose damages a jungle's ability to function and its capacity to help maintain the health of our planet and ourselves. Therefore, every patch of jungle
So, why there is a need for the conservation of a wildlife? A big question arises here. So, as we know that medicines are just made up of the plants, no. Moreover, that animals are also used in making of the medicines, like lobster is making the antifungal medicines. Then aesthetic benefits means people also used to visit here for reducing their stress. Then it preserves the heritage and culture, as I informed you earlier, that it also secures the backbone of many cultural and regional traditions. It promotes the tourism attractions and also enhance the food security. Now, we are having some threats to the wildlife. One is habitat destruction. Habitat destruction is just because of farming, mining and irrigation. Then deforestation, as we know, cutting off a large number of plants and trees. Poaching, which is an illegal killing of animals. Then climate change. I think this one is the major one, as it insecure the food availability. Then culling, elimination of large number of animals so that the number of animals won't increase. For this, have a video. for this. Have a video, Aditya.
As Tejaswini has told us about the threats to wildlife, there are a few more steps that we can take to conserve the wildlife, just like taking control of forest fires by regulating and doing plant cutting of trees, by keeping forests safe and by proper utilization of forest and forest products. Now let us see various roles and plans taken by the government of India to conserve the wildlife, just like the Wildlife Conservation Act of 1972 that provides protection to the wild animals, birds and plants. Conservation breeding programs, national parks and bird sanctuaries, Endangered Species Act of 1973 that prohibits the import, export and taking away of endangered species, Forest Conservation Act of 1980 that provides conservation of forests and their products. Now, as many of you have heard about the Project Tiger, it is one of the widely successful projects initiated in the year 1972. It has contributed to the entire ecosystem beyond just the conservation of tigers. It has about 47 tiger reserves located in more than 17 areas which help in the conducting and survey of the count of tigers, their hunting habitats and their habitat under the Tiger Task Force. It has been witnessed an immense success rate in the population of tigers that has been grown on the scanty of 268 tigers in 9 reserves in 1972 to around 1000 plus tigers in 28 reserves in 2006 and around 2000 plus tigers in 2016. Here is the video clip of the Project Tiger.
It's our pride of having the maximum number of tigers in our country. Thanks to the relentless dedicated efforts of the National Tiger Conservation Authority, Project Tiger Division, MOEF and CC, Government of India. Under the guidance of the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Government of India, NTCA, since its constitution in 2006, has undertaken several milestone initiatives for fostering tiger conservation over the years, which was praised by the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi while releasing the All India Tiger Estimation Report on the 29th of July 2019 for commemorating Global Tiger Day. Once a threatened species world over, along with our country, is today outshining with a steady growth in its population in recent years. Co-predators, prey, and habitat once in 4 years, using the methodology which is approved by the Tiger Task Force. Fostering accountability of the centre and the states in management of tiger reserves is the prime task of this organisation.
Right now in India, there are around 106 national parks and around 565 wildlife sanctuaries. Few of them are the Jim Corbett National Park of Uttarakhand, Ranthambore National Park of Rajasthan, Gir National Park of Gujarat, Kaziranga National Park of Assam, Simlipan National Park of Odisha, Govind Wildlife Sanctuary of Uttarakhand and Chilika Wildlife Sanctuary of Odisha. Now I would like to request Aditya to please come on the stage.
Now I am requesting to you all to please stand up in pledge position. I pledge to save one of the major part of the earth, the animals. I will always create awareness about existing animals whenever I get the opportunity. I will also take small steps to provide food and water to the animal and birds in my neighborhood. Thank you.